Hello, my name is Mark from JazzGuitarLessons.net and welcome to the JazzGuitarLessons.net vlog. This is the first episode in this series in this playlist where we'll be covering Barry Galbraith studies upon general request. This is also a personal challenge where we will be playing one of those every 2 weeks. I will be recording one of those every 2 weeks. Feel free to join me in the challenge. And it's a great book that I started to study, almost 15 years ago now, and that I had to review while going through university in music. So today we have Shiny, which comes from the song, it's a comping on the song Shiny Stockings. I'm going to have performance notes and, be careful with that chord and this at the end of the video, so I keep the talking short. Basically, I want to do a rig rundown so people don't ask too many questions. My Godin Montréal première. People will ask me what pickups I have and what type of underwear I'm wearing. So those are Set Lovers SH55, each of them, but I'm only using not the bridge one, just a neck pickup. I'll be using Jazz 3 picks, black, and doing hybrid picking style. Other than that, I'm going super simple today. I have my Roland Cube 60 from the Stone Age. It's from the mid-90s, not mid-60s for sure. Before we had Cube X and Cube XL and Cube to the Cube and whatever. So it's straight in. I'll give you my tip if you want to get a great jazz sound from your Cube. If you're a Roland guy, I don't use a clean channel. I use one of the gain channels, but I have the gain very, very low and the volume quite high. So I have that grainy, not so clean sound, but it doesn't break into distortion. Anyways, please enjoy the performance, and I will see you at the end of the video for my notes on things to be careful with Shiny. Take care. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, welcome to Shiny Performance Notes for this Galbraith arrangement, which is in fact not even a Galbraith arrangement, it's a Galbraith comping. It's not a chord melody, it's just how would you comp behind a solo or, during the melody itself. So one of the features of this song is of course the Charleston rhythm where we have 3, 4, ba, 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 ba. We had this type of rhythm, is very common. One thing that you'll notice is right from bar 1 we have the C13 shape. So notice how this is the 13th of C, and you have your root here. If you're brave, you could transform this into this, but Galbraith doesn't use it. So that'd be my first note is, if you have one thing to take away from this whole study, let it be that chord. You have your C13 here, which is boring, but this is pretty cool. You have one more note, the ninth in there. Easy to make it a flat 9. Here. Apart from that, I have 3 big tips that I see pretty much all my private students go through that same book. I've been through the book, my teacher's been through the book, so it's now like somewhat of a jazz guitar tradition. One of the things I notice is those pesky 4 and a 4 rhythms. So I'll give you an example on the second line. By the way, these books are like $10 on Amazon, so just go get it. It's really worth it. And there's a CD with it, which you can stereo cut the guitar or the bass. So look at the second line where we have, 2 8 notes in a row here. Beta, A flat to G minor. This is just a chord played a half step down. So basically you take your G minor and you do this. What I notice students do is they cheat out of that 4 and they go like this, a 1, 2, 3. Instead of going a 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and. So be careful with that because it's all over the place in this study and all students make exactly the same mistake. So be conscious of that. Also know that whenever there's a pass with 8 notes, so I'll point you to third line, the very last bar, where it goes something like this. That part. Whenever there's 8 notes, lay back on them, pa-do, pa, ti, pa-do, pa-do. Really be laid back with your 8 notes. And third tip, so that was the second tip, just relax on your 8 notes. Don't be in a rush to get to that next shape. That's our tendency to go like, what's happening? But take it easy. Last tip I had was, if you look at the second to last line on the second page, you have these voicings. In fact, it's like you play a B flat triad, then a C triad. But instead of playing with the first 3 fingers, he plays them with the fingers 4, 2, and 3. So you get this guy for free, but it's needed in the next chord. So my recommendation is whenever there's a note of a fingering, pay careful attention to it because it means something. It means something's hidden or there's a hack to help you better play that next chord or that previous chord. Notice if you're new to that game, no tabs, of course. It's the way to go. It can take, remember back in the day, it took me like a week to learn the first line, then a week to learn the second line, which is totally fine, right? One thing you have to notice when you have circled numbers, the circled numbers mean that's the string on which the highest note will be played. So it's a great indication because on the guitar you have several ways to play that same chord. But when they say, play that, but the D note is on the second string, it gives you one possibility. So what's cool is he will only notate when it's ambiguous. When it's not ambiguous, it doesn't say anything. When it's ambiguous, you could do that or that, then it will specify it. So be careful with notations, fingering. So recap, have fun with Shiny. I hope you enjoyed the performance. I will see you in 2 weeks for the next one, which is Wind. No pun, please. No joke. No silly jokes. And the 3 tips were: be careful of your 4 and a 4. Be careful with your laid back 8 notes, and the third one is look at the fingerings and markings because they'll be really useful, and take away that C13, which is basically the second chord in the study. If that could be the only chord you learn from that, sorry if I'm blowing wind in the mic, probably sounds too, right? If you have only one thing to learn from the study, it's that C13 type of shape. Good, I'll see you soon. Take care.